Hi. I'm all good. Sorry, I thought you meant that you just finished and you were heading home. So yeah. Hey, nice to see you again. I can't wait to move. I actually woke up this morning and my body was like, oh, it's Sunday. It needs that stretch. So nice to see some sunshine out as well this morning. Oh, let's lay back and have a really lovely little session. So yeah, we'll start in Shavasana. Start on your back, just chilling. Close the eyes, relax, just taking in all of that light. You've got kind of windows in the area that you are, and the sun's shining through. Amazing. If not, just even take in the darkness if you're doing that at night time. Just taking in kind of where we're at, what time of day it is. Maybe let's start with a stretch with the arms over the head, just to see how the body feels just before we kind of lay back. And then from there, bringing your body into its best position to just stop and drop in. Let the backs of the hands relax, palms up. Maybe extending the legs, toes dropping out. I like to kind of wiggle a little bit in the hips here just to allow everything to soften into a nice natural state. And if you notice the kind of back is arching at all, just see if you can wiggle a little bit so that that lower back is nice and flat, shoulders down, palms out. Oh, and just take that beautiful first breath we often like to find in our sessions, breathing in and slowly breathing out. Lovely, dropping into that lovely softness, breathing in and slowly breathing out. Beautiful. Breathing in and slowly breathing out. Just allow the body to melt into the floor. Checking in on how you're feeling today. Just take a little check. How are you in mind? How are you in your health? Can you feel any sort of tightness or headaches? Anything emotional? Just tracing and checking in mind and body. Any strains, anything that feels a little sore. And just make a little note as they move through their practice to ease into those places so that we can find a little softness on the other end of our movement. And keeping those eyes nice and soft, just move the head left to right. Let's just find that lovely little flow. Breathing in and slowly breathing. Nice one, relaxing in the eyes, letting all of the heaviness of the week just disappear. In a nice slow inhalation with me. Beautiful. And slowly let it go. Whichever way you like. If you like your ujjayi breath, mouth closed, take it that way, slowing down your breath today. Maybe taking that breath of equal parts, or even just working with that slow exhalation, that guaranteed calming of the nervous system. Lovely. When we bring the head back to center, we're slowly just bending in the knees, bring the feet up. Just as you bring the feet up, make sure you lift a little bit in that lower back. The tailbone lifts just to bring the lower back down onto the mat. Beautiful. We're going to wiggle the feet, the outer edges in line with the outer edges of your mat, and just take them side to side slowly. Good. Breathing in, the hands can be at the side of the body, hands in the belly. Whatever feels good. Just keep it really flowy. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Just getting that little breath a little deeper. Knees moving, waking up a little bit in the hips, the legs. How are you today? And what is it that you might need this week? It's a beautiful time to just stop and check in, be good to yourself. Should we give so much for other people? This is for you. Really soak up. Let everything else go, all the lists of things to do. I'm just soaking up this time. 3. Next one, 2. And next time the knees are drawing over towards the right hand side. No rush, just let them hang. Amazing. Good. See how that feels too. If it feels quite sore, just let gravity do the work here. You also can take the fingers and interlace them, maybe reach the hands up over the head if it feels comfortable. Hands can stay on the belly. We're going to breathe into that side rib. Inhale. And slowly exhaling out. Beautiful. We're going to work a little bit in our twist today, breathing in. And slowly breathing out. Little twisty class. Inhaling. Slowly exhaling. Helps us kind of tap into that calm nervous system, activate the vagal response. We'll get into the abs as well. Really working into all of our organs. Beautiful. Inhale, bringing those knees back to center. Take your time. Dropping them to the other side, seeing how that feels today. Again, option of the hands. Have them alongside the body, hands on the belly, forearms up over the head. Just relax the shoulders here, relaxing in the neck. Feel the breath fill in the belly as the legs twist to the side. Good, that's what we want at the beginning, breathing in. Noticing any sort of tightness in the lower back as you take the legs to the side. Kind of saying hello in the hips and the knees. So many great benefits of this. Beautiful. Relax in the face of me. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, bringing the knees back to center. Reset into that lower back. Beautiful. This time we're going to walk the knees and the feet in, reaching the hands up. Inhale, we're going to walk the heels a little closer towards the tailbone. And as we exhale, pushing into the hands, lifting up in the pelvis, just a little small back bend, chin to chest, using it as a little warm up, coming down, feel the spine make its way vertebrae by vertebrae onto the mat, reaching up over the head. Inhale, and as we exhale, tucking under in the pelvis, lifting up, see how that feels. Try not to let the knees bow out, squeezing them in and we'll lift. Good. And inhale, slowly coming back up with those hands. Little arch of the spine here, and as we exhale, tucking under, and lifting up. Good. Chin to chest, lifting up in that pelvis. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Coming all the way back down, reaching the hands up over the body and then up over the head. This time, really spend some time here arching in the spine. Get that little gummy bear back and get that gummy bear walking underneath there. We can kind of cow pose on the mat. Good. 3. Deep breath in and out. 2, and 1. Good. Pushing into the heels, lift up and let the lower back flatten down onto the mat. Amazing. Reaching the hands up and over the body. Slowly bringing them down alongside you. Also, we're going to spend a little bit of time here just twisting into the core. So we're going to start by reaching the palms up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lifting in the chest. We'll reach them as far as you can towards those ankles and the toes. That's the direction we're working in that crunch. Feel the lower back onto the mat. Hold. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming down. Relax the neck, shoulders, everything. Little smile if you like. Breathing in. Relax the face. Maybe a little smile helps you reaching up. So we're pushing the lower back into the mat. You can feel the core firing. Hello to that part of our body today. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bringing it down. And exhale. Amazing. Breathing in. Lifting up in the chest. Reaching the hands towards those ankles. Lifting. 3, 2, and 1. Coming all the way back down. Really relaxing in the neck. If you feel the neck is straining, very common in this kind of on the back when we take our core work. So just move the head left to right whenever you need to. Find that lovely reset. Good. This time we're going to add in our little swivel, our little twisting of the body. We're going to inhale, palms facing up. We're going to lift up in the chest. We're going to reach for opposite ankles. Feel like you're kind of really swiveling, lifting up in those shoulders, lifting up in the chest. Find some nice deep breath. Good. If you need to stop, stop. Otherwise, let's push. 5. Breathe. Little smile. Relax in the face. 4. You've got it. 3. Nice one. Breathe. 2. Good. There's our little twisty core. And 1. Slowly coming back to center. Allow the head make its way back down onto the mat. Beautiful. And slowly turn the head towards the right hand side. That's where you want to be. Little stretch of the neck. Inhaling. And slowly exhaling out. You've got it. Good. Feeling that stretch. Maybe see if you can move that ear a little further over. And head coming back to center. Let's roll to the left. And 3. Taking some time out here just to soften and release. Shoulders drawing down. Relaxing in the face. 3, 2. And 1. Slowly coming back to that lovely center. You got it. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the ceiling, bending in the elbows. Fingertips come behind the head. Good, we're going to tuck under in that pelvis, feel that little bit of core. We're going to draw the knee in and we're going to twist elbow to knee. And then we're going to switch sides, elbow to knee. Good, you can just bring the feet flat to start. As you bring your body into that twist, hold, and twist, hold, breathe. Twist, hold, twist, hold. Good. Twist and hold. Twist and hold. Breathe me in and out for 4. You've got it. Feel that lift in the chest. 3. Good. 2. Awesome. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Slowly bringing the feet down, the neck down, and soften down into the mat again. This time we're going to bring the feet outer edges in line with the mat again and drop them over. Nice little twist here. Good. Breathing in, hands on the belly, or you can reach those hands up over the head. This time maybe focusing on breathing into that side body. So that left side rib, just fill it up with air. Inhaling. Good. And exhaling out. Feel that lovely little length in that side. Inhaling and exhaling. Nice work. Relaxing in the face, breathing in, knees come back to center and dropping it over to the other side. This time we're going to breathe into that right side body. Think about that right ribs. Breathing deep in and out. Nice one. Breathing in. A little twist with me kind of energy today. 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to follow that lovely little yin and yang pattern, a little push and a little rest. Slowly come back to center, bringing the hands down. Just kind of sort my mat out. We'll make our way back down onto our backs. Lovely. So where we were doing the twist with the feet down on the ground, I've got the option to continue that same. We can do 2 rounds of that one with the feet coming down. Or you can also extend it. So we draw the knee in, we extend out. We did this one a little bit last week. It's just really good. We lift and then we twist. But this one we're going to try and hold, hovering that foot over. When we twist, maybe a little hover, hold, and we twist, hover, a little hold. So come back to center with me. Just start by drawing the knees in towards the chest. We're going to rock side to side. Maybe moving the head, checking in on those hips. And then we've got our little option to twist. So when we take our next little bit of core work, you choose leg extended or keeping the feet coming back down onto the mat. When you're ready, we're reaching up, inhale. Little smile, hands come on behind the head. Remember, they're there to support, not strain, not pulling the neck, just supporting that neck. Inhale, we're going to lift and twist. If you want, you can stay here, push that lower back into the mat. Option 2 is to extend that left leg. So you can hover it, foot pointed or flex. Feel that lift in the chest and twist whenever you want. You choose foot on the floor, foot hovering. Little hold. Good. Ooh, feel that little bit of core work. Good. If you want to stop and take a break anytime, you can. I'll give you a count. Good. 5. Breathe with me. You've got it. 4 at your own pace. Nice one. 3. Nice little twist in. Woo. 2. Nice one. Last one on each side. 1 and 2. Beautiful, bringing it in, knees in. Nice one, little rock side to side, reset. If you're holding the breath out, I'll take a beautiful inhalation. Oh, and slow it down. Let it all go. Nice one, good. Coming back to center, head comes back to the middle, inhale. And slowly bringing the feet down onto the mat. You've got it. We've got one more like it. What we're going to do is wiggle the elbows back and begin just to sit up a little bit, kind of like you're sat on a towel and you're looking out at the sea. Good. And inhale, we're slowly going to lift the body up here. You can wiggle the hands whatever way you like. Just find an upright position that feels comfortable. You can wiggle the feet in a place where you feel balanced. Amazing. Good. Bringing the hands on the knees when you're ready. And instead of collapsing in the upper body, we're going to lift in the chest, draw the shoulders down. Breathing in and breathing out. Awesome. We're going to bring the hands forward. You can interlace the fingers or you can bring your pointer fingers out. We're going to lean back and we're going to reach forward on the right hand side. And then we're going to lean back and lift in the chest. Good. You can feel that work in the core, leaning back. And we're going to reach for the other side. Lifting in the chest, leaning back. You lean back as far or as little as you like, and you'll start to feel your edge. And forward. Nice one. Good. Stopping when you want or just carrying on at your own pace. Just see if you can lean a little bit back, feeling the chest draw forward. I'll take you through one more round. Wherever you're at. Breathe. Nice one. Lovely. Coming back when you're ready, meet me in the center. Reaching up and slowly bring those hands down. Lifting into the chest. Breathing in. As we exhale, so you can really draw the chest forward. Bring the blades down, feeling that little work into the lower back. Good. We'll slowly bring the feet in, crossing them. And meeting me in an upright position on the mat. Nice work, everyone. Cheer. Absolutely brilliant. Awesome. So yeah, lots of twisting, trying to get into that vagal response, setting us up for a beautiful day. All right, meet me in tabletop when you're ready. Beautiful. So we're going to flow here on the knees. We're going to try and find a little bit of a twist as we lift up into our lunges. But take the twist slow, take it shallow or deep, depending on your body today. We can build into it. All right, we'll do the first one nice and slow, and then we're going to do a second round of it, maybe a little bit quicker. So tabletop, draw in from your core. First, we're going to untuck those toes and sink down into child's pose. Reach the arms out. We want to active child's pose here, fingers wide. Good. We're going to rotate the biceps out, draw the shoulders down, chin draws in. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's find a little release in that upper body. We've not done much there, mostly lower body so far. Softening in the forehead, kind of work core. That lovely hold, getting into all those abs. And then let's work the rest of the body. Inhale, using your core, tucking under. Let's find a nice cat. Let's hold it here, tucking under, draw in. Feel the pull across the shoulder blades. Good. If you want to wiggle the hips a little bit, like I said, first one nice and slow. Really feel what you need to feel in it. 3, 2, 1. Coming back to center. Inhale and exhale. Let the belly dip. Draw the shoulders down, pushing into the hands. Lift the tailbone. Good. Looking slightly forward, draw those shoulders down, feel that arch in the back. 3, good, 2, and 1. Inhale, drawing in from your core, nice flat back, beautiful. Inhale, we're going to extend with that right leg. We're going to bend in the knee and draw the knee in towards the nose. You know, our little flow, we're going to take 2. And the third one, we're going to step forward with that right leg. Big step. Good. Inhale when you're ready, finding that beautiful lunge, sinking down. Drop the shoulders down, feel that little bit into the hips. Bringing the palms together, option to twist. So you can bring that left elbow in the direction of that right knee, maybe relax it on top. See how that feels today. Maybe tucking it in front. We've started with a bit of a twist. See what's happening in the back. If the hands are more towards the shoulders, if you can draw them in and more towards the sternum, if it means lifting up. Back toes can be tucked or untucked, your choice. Feeling that little bit of a twist today. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, bring the hands on either side of that front foot. Wiggle it back. Knees hip distance, sinking down. Active child's pose. Fingers wide. Exhale, shoulders down. Inhale, peeling the body up. Finding your cat pose. Little fold or a little wiggle. The side body. Coming back to center. And exhale, dipping the belly. Draw the shoulders down. Your lovely cow. Feeling that arch. Notice where you need it. Try not to dip. Sometimes I dip into the chest too. Draw the shoulders down. Easy one to sink into. Inhale, drawing in from the core. Beautiful flat back. Let's take 2. Bending in the knee. Just play with it. Nose to knee. And a little crunch on the knees. Inhale, extend. Exhale, drawing it in. You've got it. Inhale, extend. And when you're ready, take that beautiful step forward. You've got it. Inhale, coming all the way up when you feel balanced. Remember, you can always use the wall. Sinking down. Good. Thumbs in. Breathing in. Breathing out. If this feels good, stick with it. If you want to twist, it's that right elbow coming towards the left knee. You've got it. Maybe tucking it in front. Maybe bringing the hands a little more towards center. Just play with the twist. See how that feels. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. I'll wobble down today. There you go. And exhale for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, little smile. Hands on either side of that front leg. Just enjoying that twist. This time thinking down. Knees nice and wide. Big toes to touch. And just let everything soften down. And we really soften that upper body. Just see where you're at. Sinking into those hips. I don't know about you. I could feel the hips wanting a little bit of love. Begin to move through that little sequence. Good. We're going to take that one more time with the option to lift that back foot up in the twist. We can keep it down. We'll move a little bit quicker through it. That's kind of stopping time. Just to flow, get the heart rate going. And see how that twist can kind of build and shift. Good. When you're ready, beginning to lift back up, you know where we're headed. Hands forward, lifting up. Take your time, make your way. That tabletop position. Good. Remember, fingers nice and wide, shoulders in line with the wrists, knees in line with those hips. Breathing in. And as we exhale, really draw in from your core. Lovely flat back. Good. We're going to flow on both sides quite quickly this time. Inhale, extending, knee in. Good. And second knee in. When you're ready, taking your step forward. Lovely flow coming up when you feel balanced. Sinking down. Building in the twist or just palms together. Twisting over. See how that feels for you. Good. Staying here for a few breaths or tucking the back toes. If the balance is there, extend that back leg. So we want to work the heel away, drive the knee forward. Lifting tall from the top of the head. 3, 2, and 1. Bringing it down, reaching up. Inhale, maybe a little back bend here. Hands come down. Really wiggle that back foot back, knees hip distance, sinking down. Exhale. Inhale, tuck in under, find your cat pose. Beautiful. Find your cow pose. And back in, flat back. Inhale, extending left leg. Let's flow. Knee in and extend. Knee in. Draw in from your core to do this and extend. And take your step forward. Inhale, lifting up when you're ready, sinking down. Staying here. Maybe thumbs come in, you can stick it here, sinking down, or adding the twist, right elbow to left knee. twisting, finding that little bit of balance, seeing how that feels. Feels good everywhere, lower back, belly, maybe lift the back heel up. Remember, we're working the back heel away, knee driving forward, and we're lifting from the top of the head. Shoulders drawing down, 3. Nice twisting, 2. And 1. Remember, it doesn't matter where your twist is. Inhale, reaching up even if it's just a tiny bit. Bringing the hands down slowly. This time, knees nice and wide, sinking down into the hips. Exhale. So taking what you need from the flow, what feels good. If all of it felt good, great today. If it didn't, then just be good. Honor yourself, leave anything out. Let's think of nice and deep here, knees wide, toes to touch, just feeling that little bit of work. Openness in the hips, reset in the lower back. Amazing. Softening in the jaw. Notice if you've been tightening at all. Separate those teeth. You've got it. Inhale. And slowly exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, slowly peeling the body up. We're going to swing the knees in. We're going to find that lovely tuck under into cat. Tuck those back toes. Inhale, lift the knees. Shift the weight back. Hello to those hammies. We've not done much in those hammies, so just take it slow. We use downward dog, kind of bit of our flow. Just to wake up all those other areas of the body we haven't quite hit yet in our warm-up. So feel, downward dog is a full body stretch. Feel the toes pushing into the mat. Feel the feet working. When you feel ready, maybe finding your more downward dog pose where you shift the hips back. Draw in from your core. Good. Breathing. Feel the hammies waking up. Maybe a little bit into the glute. Bringing the head left to right like you're saying no. Soak up the magic of downward dog. So it's like Marmite for people. It used to be the pose that I hated the most. But now it's that pose that I go to and I think, do you know what? I need a stretch. I go straight for this guy. Even though it's not perfect the first few times. Just feels so good when you get into it. When you're ready, let's look forward. Come up to the tops of the toes, draw in from the core. Good. Bending the knees, step. Where hopping feels good, we hop. You use the core to get there. Bring the hands to match. Exhale, hanging out over. Good. Grabbing those opposite elbows, maybe a little swing. How good does that feel? Beautiful. One never gets old for me. 2. And 1. Hands hanging over, chin down. Inhale, finding your halfway lift. See where you need to be. It might be hands a little higher for our first one. Tighten hamstrings still. Inhale, we're reaching up. All good. Little back bend. And exhale. Tuck under, thumbs in. Good. Just make sure there's no dizziness as you stand up, making your way to that lovely tall position. Good. Breathing in, just through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale. And exhale, just let it go. Amazing. Inhale, we reach up. Good. Little back bend. And exhale, hinge at the hips, reaching forward. Feeling that length. Then the knees fall down. Good. Halfway lift. And bend the knees deep, sweeping them up. Little back bend, and tucking them under, tuck under into the core. Good, I'm gonna throw in a little chair pose now. I've not done that one in a while. So we're gonna breathe in, reaching up. Exhale, hinging at the hips like usual, holding forward, bending into the knees, fold down. This time we're gonna do our halfway lift. We're gonna bend the knees, shift the weight back into the heels, lift the toes, and when you're ready, we lift in the chest. So we start to lift, you can bring the hands either onto the legs, the hips, chest lifting. Again, we're shifting the weight back into the heels, lifting in the chest. Option to stay here, you can bring one arm alongside the ears and the other one, drawing in. Sink back, holding here, 3. Utkatasana, 2, and 1. Forward, fold down. And slowly coming to halfway lift. Straightening the knee forward with that chest, bend the knees. Good. When you're ready, sink into the heels, lifting in the toes, lifting up in the chest. Good. Either hands on the hips as you sink back, reaching those arms up if you like. Feeling long. Breathe in. Good. 3. Good. Relaxing in the face. 2. And 1. Fold down over those toes. Halfway lift. Good. That halfway lift can be hands up as well, wherever feels good to you. Bend those knees deep. This time we're going to scoop the arms wide, coming all the way up to standing. Little back bend here. Tucking under, thumbs in. Draw the shoulders down. Let's find a lovely breath out through the mouth. Inhale. Then let it go. Awesome. Just noticing any sort of warmth in the body as we kind of move and flow. We're going to take that again, this time adding an optional twist into your chair pose. It's up to you. So we're going to do 2 chair poses from kind of our forward fold and our halfway lift. You can add the twist or you can leave it. What I'm going to do, just so it's easier to watch, I might face you. You can face me as well if that feels better. That sun's come behind me. All right, bringing the feet hip distance apart. Inhale, we're going to reach the arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, reaching forward. Folding down over those toes. Exhale. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. So remember, you don't want to sink back in those hips if you're taking the fingertips forward. Chest lengthens, you get that lovely lengthening in the back body, backs of the legs. Good. Bending down into the feet again. This time I want to sink into the heels, lifting into the toes. Slowly lifting up into the chest. Good. You can have your hands on your hips, lifting up, or hands coming on either side of those ears. Sink a little bit deeper for me. We're going to add in the twist, bring the palms together, thumbs towards the sternum. We're going to twist towards the right hand side. Maybe tuck that elbow in on the outside of the knee and twist. Now what you don't want is that left knee really bending forward. Draw it in line. You can get the knees in line as you twist. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming back to center. Inhale, lifting in the chest. You can straighten the legs if you need a little break, or twist over towards the left hand side, tucking that elbow in. So at first, tuck it round if that feels good. Maybe twisting, and then notice it's the right knee that often wants to lean forward. You can draw it back a little bit to line those knees up a little bit more as you build into that twist. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Little sweaty movement. Inhale, coming back to center. We're going to drop the hands down, find your halfway lift. Just stay here. Breathe in and out nice and slow. Seeing what you can get from your halfway lift. Softening the breath, softening in the face, the jaw. Notice if you're holding the breath at all. You chose the twist. Inhale and exhale. Good. Option to do that one more time. So we bend down, sinking into the heels, toes lift, lifting up. Lifting in the chest, maybe thumbs in. You can stay here, straighten the legs when you need to. You can build into the twist. You're bring left elbow to the right knee. Draw that right knee back. Twist. Option to open the hands out as well. 3, good. 2, and 1. Coming back to center, lifting up. Twisting to the other side. Good. See if you can draw maybe the hands out. Notice if the right knee's drawing forward, can you bring it back a little bit? Lifting again, long from the head. 3, 2, 1. Inhale back to center, lifting in the chest. Breathe in with me, fold down over those toes. Find your halfway lift. That was our last one. Beautiful, team. Inhale and exhale, bending in those knees, scooping it up, scooping it wide. Lovely little back bend. Bring those thumbs in. Inhale with me through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Nice work. Inhale, we're going to reach the arms up. We're going to link the thumbs, reach up over the head. Breathing in. Let's just take a little side stretch just to get a little bit of a release. So we want to keep the body long. Inhale, up and over like a little rainbow. Good. Inhale back to center, reaching up and over. Be a little bit up in the breath. Just even get a little bit further. Nice job, everyone. 3. Good, little smile if you like to. And one, inhale, coming all the way back up to center. Exhale, hands coming down, good. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Drop the shoulders down, just standing in Tadasana. Hands alongside the body, chest lifted in from the core, squeezing in the glutes, feeling strong. Feeling again that kind of sensation of standing at the top of the mountain, your best self. Feeling like that sense of accomplishment. You've got it. 3, 2, and 1. Good, we're gonna open and close those hands. Maybe interlace the fingers, roll those wrists, just find a little release before we make it into our next flow, more standing position. Good, shake it out, grab a little drink with me. We'll find our next little sequence, our flow. Amazing, nice little twisty class. Gonna get loads of work in that side body, trying to get into all layers of the obliques and the abdominals. It's like lots and lots of layers to kind of get to. And again, number one thing is working the inwards, isn't it? Working into that gut health. Such a magic part of yoga. I think it's the uniqueness of the twist and the breath. Always gets me. All right, when you're ready, let's come to the long edge of the mat this time. We're standing at the front, feet hip distance. We're going to flow and take a step back into our warrior. We're going to move into a few little, we're going to take our runner's lunge to start, and then we're going to build a twist in from standing if that feels good to you. Remember holding onto walls or chairs as well if you like. Inhale, reaching it up. Exhale, hinging at the hips. Reach forward, pull down over the toes. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees. We're going to step back with the right foot. And this time we want a nice big step. We're going to have the heel is lifted, toes pushing into the mat. So runner's lunge, inhale, lifting up. So your warrior one is with the heel down. We're keeping it lifted. The hip is forward. Good. Inhale, we're going to reach those hands up. And exhale, we're going to bend into that front knee, bringing the thumbs in. Good. So again, if you feel balanced, great. If you want to hold a wall, you can. You want to build in the twist. Thinking about being on the ground, we're going to twist. That right elbow is going to come towards the left. Bend a little deeper into that front knee, maybe tuck it in front. Now we built into this, so the twist might feel a little bit better here. Maybe open the arms wide. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, sweeping the arms back up. Little back bend here and bring the hands down on the other side of that front foot. Wiggle the front foot back. You find your plank. Good. Drop the hips down or bring the knees down. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lowering down. Yogi's choice. If you want to use your upper body, pushing into the toes, slowly lower down or come to the knees and lower the body down and relax. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. This time we're going to take that love a little bit of lift in the chest and the hands. So we roll the shoulders up and back. Inhale, lifting in the chest, lifting in the hands, maybe the toes. 3, so good for the spine. 2, and coming down. 1, don't forget to breathe if you're holding the breath. Inhale, using the hands beginning to lift back up to tabletop position. Inhale, tucking under. Into cat pose, tuck those back toes, inhale, lift it up, and working the heels back. Good. Breathing in your downward dog, and exhaling. Now we're gonna step forward, so I wanna take that right foot. Inhale, we're gonna lift the right leg up, just a little, bend the knee. And what you wanna do is bend your back knee as well. We're gonna take a big step forward with that right foot. The left heel stays lifted. Inhale, coming all the way up. You found your runner's lunge on the other side. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. If that feels comfortable staying there, inhale, we can reach up and bend into that front knee. Good. We're drawing that left hip forward. Good. Maybe bring the thumbs in. Good. Staying here, hold the wall or twist if you're in that place. Take your time. Maybe you can sink a little deeper and find that little twist. Now, definitely for me, I found it much harder at the beginning. It's feeling a little bit easier to take that twist now. I don't know if you feel any shift, don't worry if not. 3, relaxing in the face, 2, and 1. Inhale, coming back forward. We're gonna reach out, keep that big, deep lunge, little back bend. Slowly bring the hands down. See if you can find that balance in the hands. Wiggle that front foot back, dipping into your plank or come to the knees in your plank. Good. And slowly lower down your way onto the mat. Breathing with me in. And slowly breathing out. Inhale, roll the shoulders up and back. And lifting in the chest, lifting in those back legs. If you like, fold, push that belly into the mat. And down. You can feel that kind of center of the body pushing into the floor in that one. I love a little connection with that chakra, with the center of the body where we seem to be working today. Our solar plexus. Good. Feel the heart rate going. Inhale, slowly coming back to your tabletop. We're going to tuck those back toes, lifting up into your downward dog. Move it in a way that you need to here. We're finding some stillness. What do you need from your downward dog now? Compared to the beginning, hold it. And a nice steady breath here. Good. Inhale, soften in the face. Let's have a little smile coming up to the tops of the toes. Draw in from your core, bend the knees. Step. Don't be afraid to hop. Anybody can hop, even if it's the tiniest bit. Exhale, hanging out. You've got it. Maybe that little rock side to side to get that beautiful release in the side body. Inhale. And exhale. 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to center, relaxing the forehead. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bending in the knee. And slowly coming all the way out. Little back bend. Thumbs in. Good. Softening in the face. Breathing in with me. Breathing out. Just holding. If you had any dizziness, just take your time. Getting back. Get the breath into a soft place. Just notice the body here. Have you created any warmth? So heart rate moving in a different way helps the breath. Wait, just to soften in the forehead, relax in the jaw, separate those teeth. Move the jaw left to right, releasing any tightness. Inhale with me. Exhale, let it go. A little smile. Awesome. We're just going to float to the ground. Inhale, reaching up. Hinging at the hips, reaching forward, pull down, coming forward onto the hands, bringing the knees down and swinging your feet to the side. Grab a drink if you've got it. Meet me on the mat. Little twisty session, getting whole body into the hips. Breathing in, breathing out. Cheer. Beautiful. Awesome. I'm going to take a little bit of our twist, one of my sort of favorite little sequences. Inhale, we'll reach the arms up. Exhale, drop the shoulders down. Good. Breathing in. Twist towards the right hand side. Hands come down, lifting tall. So we don't want the upper body collapsing. Shoulders up, back, chest drawing forward, but not too forward. We want to draw in from the core, get that nice tall spine as we twist. Notice how this one feels as you draw your attention to the breath, to the belly. Feel the belly fill. Just thinking of all those amazing things, you know, the twist is magic. It's great for the spine. It's great for all of our organs. I think it's probably one of the healthiest things we could do for ourselves. Inhale, coming back to center, reaching up. We're going to bring that right hand down. We're going to push down in that left sit bone. Inhale. Lift up again and then over. Good. Left sit bone's pushing down. So we're not reaching over. We're pushing into that hand, getting that lovely arch. Drop the shoulder down. Good. Lovely. Like I said, the twist in the breath to the belly is so good because often we breathe so high up in the chest. We need to send that breath lower to give our organs what they need. Inhale, lifting up with the breath, arms reach. And twist To the other side, nice and tall and long in the spine. Good. Draw the shoulders down, relaxing in the face. You've got it. Breathing in and out. Just relaxing in the face, relaxing in the forehead. Feeling the belly. You've got it. Breathing in. And breathing out. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reaching it up. Exhale, left hand down, pushing down in that right sit bone. We inhale, reaching up and over. Draw the shoulders down, feel that lovely arch. Breathing in, and drop the shoulders down. That breath into that side body and the belly. Lovely. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reaching it up. And exhale, bringing the thumbs in. And bring the hands down. You've got it. We're going to bring the feet forward. And bring the bottoms of the feet down in front of you. Good. Just wiggle so that the sit bones feel like you're not leaning in one direction over the other. You feel comfortable. Good. If you feel comfortable, you can bring the elbows around the knees, but fine to have the hands. We're going to draw the chest a little bit forward here. Good. I'm going to turn to the side just to demonstrate this one. We're kind of like what we did on the floor. We're going to sink back, and we're going to literally let that back arch. Maybe bring the hands in between the knees. Interlace the fingers. Pointer finger is going to help. We're going to sink back, and we're going to lift. We're going to sink back. And this time, we're just going to go left to right. We're going to touch the right side, lift to the middle, touch the left. A little bit more fire there for our core, sinking back and forward, and back and forward. You can do it as quick or slow as you like. So I'm going to give you a count of 8. Good. 7. Beautiful. 6. 5. 4. Breathe with me. 3. 2. Nice. We'll take that lovely back. And the last one, finishing it off, coming back to the middle. Beautiful. Relax the hands down, draw the chest forward. Find a beautiful slow breath with me in. And slowly exhale out. Amazing. From here, we're going to extend the left leg. We're going to draw the right knee in. Again, wiggling so that the sit bones feel nice and even. Now you can keep the foot here. You can cross it over. It's up to you. So foot kind of coming into the midline or crossing it over. That's just down to you. What feels good. We're going to grab that knee in front of us. Inhale, lifting in the chest. Drop the shoulders down. Inhale and exhale. Again, option to stay here. This is a beautiful place to stay. Drawing the chest forward. You might start to feel that into the glutes and the hips. Again, you can also twist. So we're going to draw that right shoulder up and back. Twist towards the right hand side. I like to think of it as you're giving that knee a hug and opening the body. Good. Take a look at that leg extended. See if you can flex that heel. Good. You also have the option here. You can bring that elbow in front if you want. So it's the left elbow maybe comes in front. Right elbow comes back and down. Now remember, it's not to sink back into that hand. We're pushing into the hand, lifting tall. Tall from the top of the head, crown of the head lifts. Nice tall spine. Maybe elbow helps us with this little twist. And you can take your gaze back if you want. And just breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Maybe pointer finger and thumbs come together on that left hand. 3, 2, and 1. Amazing, guys. Slowly bring your head back to center, coming back to the middle, lifting into the chest, bringing that foot down and extending this time into that right leg. Drawing the left knee in, breathing in. And as we exhale, drop the shoulders down. Chest comes forward, little smile. Good. Option to stay here, foot coming in towards the midline. You could twist and hold, or you can take it across if that feels good to you. It's all down to you and your body today. Good. When you're ready, we grab the hands. Inhale. We're going to draw that knee in towards the chest. Draw the shoulder down. And we're staying here for a few slow, deep breaths is perfect. If you wanted to build into that twist, but just turn and face forward so you can see it from this direction. We're flexing that right foot. Inhale, rolling that left shoulder up and back, maybe keeping that lovely little hug and opening the body up towards that left-hand side. This makes them. Yeah, perfect. And then when you're ready, staying nice and lifted, maybe bringing that left hand down, lifting into the chest, staying here, maybe tucking that elbow in front. So again, this time it's the right elbow in front of the knee, pushing that knee open, breathing in, nice and tall. Exhale, drop the shoulder down, maybe opening it up, pointer finger and thumb to touch, flexing the back foot and looking back. Good. Just feeling that breath to belly. Nice one, everybody. Try not to collapse into that backhand. Beautiful, lovely little stretch here. Lovely twist. Notice we get a nice release in the lower back, working into the core. Even the hips as that knee is bent, softening into the forehead for me. 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Grabbing that knee, inhale, coming all the way forward again, lifting up. If you've taken the foot across, bring it in and slowly bring the other foot up to match. You've got it. Bring the feet slightly wider this time. Just going to reset in the lower back a little bit and play with balance, bringing the hands into the middle. Palms together. You can just stay here, leaning in if that feels good. If you want to take that little seated balance, you can hook the arms. So maybe the hands come on that lower part of the leg. You lean forward, or if it feels comfortable, see if you can get the creases of the elbows kind of in the creases of the knee. You're going to bring the toes in a little bit. See if you can lean back. The back is arched to start. Then we bring the toes in. Good. Find that little sweet spot for balance. Pointer finger and thumbs together. Maybe drawing the chest forward. Just holding here, seeing how that feels. Chest lifts tall from the spine, softening in the face. Amazing. Breathe with me. We fold. Great. Relaxing in the forehead. Maybe see how it feels to close the eyes in this position. Tall and lifted from the top of the head. Relaxing in the face and the jaw. 3, 2. Inhale and exhale. 1. I'll really separate the teeth, relaxing in the jaw. I want you to let the back arch, thinking cat pose, lean forward with the feet, and then unravel that position, bringing the legs in to a nice upright position on the mat. Just finding some stillness here, breathing in with me. And exhaling through the mouth. Beautiful. Lean forward with the chest. Pull the body towards both sides and find those lovely circles just to reset. Noticing, where we did twists, we work, lots into the core, but you're also working those muscles in the back. Nice to find those little moments to just notice. Coming back to the center when you're leaning forward, let's roll the other direction. Breathing in. Breathing out. 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to the middle. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. We're going to take our right ear to the right shoulder. Just holding here. Releasing the day. Inhale back to center and other side. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Inhale, bringing the head back to center. Let's draw the chin down so the body's tall and long, stacking, and the spine and the chin comes down towards the chest. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale back to center. Look. Inhale. And exhale. Head comes back to the middle. Good. We're going to take our pointer fingers and our middle fingers just between the eyebrows and draw along the eyebrows, just feeling that little release. Drifting between. Good. Maybe in between the eyebrows, pushing it up. And just finding that little release, little reminder to stop. Turn off our thoughts for a minute. And just be. Good. And slowly come back. Maybe pushing a little further into the forehead as you trace up and around the eyebrows into the temples. Again, don't be afraid to push, maybe moving the fingers up and down in the temples a little bit into the hairlines. That's really good. Feel around. Trust you know what feels right, what's best. Good. When you're done, we're going to come to the top of the nose, slowly bringing the hands in little tiny circles down the nose, all the way to the nostrils, finding those little circles there. Good. Keep moving, releasing in the sinuses, any tightness you're holding there. Actually letting go of any sort of headaches. And then maybe tracing around cheekbones as well. Sometimes that feels really good. Inhale and exhale. Again, just take this moment to feel around what feels good. If you want to get into the scalp, you can take the 4 fingers or even just your 2. And I sometimes take 2, 3, 4 and just push up. So we're kind of moving from the temples, just push up towards the hairline, maybe in. Good. Coming on the forehead, maybe pushing up into the hairline and in. Good. And maybe once you get into the hairline, take those little small circles with the fingers. So we bring the hands in and we take tiny little circles, just finding that little release in the scalp, the crown of the head. Good. Feel around. Where does it feel good to you? Does it feel like you want more in the back? A big hair by the end, maybe in the middle. You choose. Find what you need. Amazing. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Whenever you kind of finish that choice, just come back to a nice soft place, sitting upright, breathing in with me through the nose and out through the mouth. Just sit in stillness for a moment. Eyes closed, relaxing. Forehead, creases alongside the eyes, the jaw, and just let the breath come and go as you need it. It still needs a little manipulation, a little slowing down. Please take that. And if not, let it settle into its natural state. And as you sit in stillness, just checking in, maybe how you felt at the start of the session, maybe how you feel now. Just lay back for me and relax. Just stop and lay and rest. Get all of your little creature comforts in and allow the whole body to begin to soften into the floor. Allow the back body to feel supported. The ground holding you up. Allowing the forehead to begin to relax. Softening, relaxing, resetting. Allow everything to just stop and rest. Relaxing in the face, creases, inside the eyes, the jaw, the shoulders, tops of the arms to the elbows to the wrists, and releasing the hands. Letting go of all you've done today, this weekend, so far this month. Just rest. Letting the belly draw in and out, releasing from the hips to the knees to the ankles, the legs, melt down, the arches of the feet, the toes. Just rest, reset, relax. And just be. And as you sink into your Shavasana today, just maybe find your mind soaking up the magic of this pose, the magic of the practice. Coming back to the quiet you've created, the peacefulness, the rest. Shavasana, sometimes seen as the hardest posture of all, to just lie still and let it fall. Thoughts and ego, hopes and fears, lust and love, sweat and tears. To lie there still and to just be present fully. Eyes don't see, ears don't hear, ears don't hear, no senses impine upon the sublime bliss of mine. I've climbed the mountain and now I'll be content on the summit of this thing called me. Letting all my muscles relax, let all my bloated ego collapse. Perhaps the hardest thing of all, still the chattering of the mind, to lose the ego and to find myself. Shavasana. Rest. Reset. And just be. For joining me. It's our Sunday practice. Stay as long as you like. I wish you a beautiful day ahead. Peace and love always.